the astute scholar and true defender of democracy and people's fundamental rights. Alhaji, it's a pleasure welcoming you here in today's political rumbles.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Yeah,
for having me.
yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you.
What is your own uh, take on the recent happenings and revelations? Is it a national theater or an embarrassment regarding this Tinubu certificate Chicago State University revelation of the most recent?
Um, can you stop this thing? I think this is very important for me.
Okay.
Maybe we start it again. We run again. We run.
To take some very important calls. Uh, Once it's done with that, we'll continue. Issue of discuss this morning with Alhaji is to understand his own perspective, of course, regarding the Chicago State University reports or release of uh, the substantive president of Nigeria's certificate.
I'm sorry, Nigerians. I have this call was is very very important. I was trying to put it off when it come. Well, the issue of a certificate, I told you the other time. I said the issue of certificate with Americans is just the issue of somebody who is ready to collect 20 million naira in order to save you, in order to protect you. And anytime anybody is there to give him 50,000 naira, he's ready to expose you. They are not ready to do anything that will contradict what Tinubu wants on his own side, because they are anxious to get some of our mineral resources in this country. You understand? They know he has a bad record with them. That's why they've not been honoring him for a very long time. So with this now, scratch I scratch your back, you scratch mine. That's what is happening now. And I know anytime from now, you see maybe in the next 2 or 3 months or more, they will say Tinubu is there in United States of America. That is when the agreement must have been reached. That so mineral resources are so place has been surrendered for you people to come and start digging there. That's all.
But based on the revelation made by Chicago release, the documents have been released to Atiku's legal counsel yesterday, lately yesterday, and they are in possession of that. There's some disparity within the one Tinubu submitted to INEC and the one, of course, the typical original copy
My brother,
with Chicago.
until they finish reading it out and they end up and say this is where it falls. Where it falls is where everybody will have to take, either good or bad. You understand? Until it is fully being released. Eh? Probably show it to the whole world. And again, if it so happens that he is guilty of what he has presented, are we ready to adjust it? Are we ready to do something over it? Or we are just getting in for getting safe for us to come and expose somebody that this man doesn't have this or this man doesn't do this?
No, does individual have a stake on it, or do we have a recourse, of course, to the
is-
rule of law? What does the law say about that? Somebody who take an
There is
oath.
nothing like rules of law in Nigeria that is working. I must be sincere and honest to you. I am a victim. I am a victim. You understand? I am a victim. Herself, when she was reading it, most of the lawyers who are on seat were laughing on what will transfer. He went behind us to go and negotiate again behind us after taking to the property to go and pay for the property. What is he supposed to do? To pay our agency. Instead of paying our agency, he paid my colleague 100,000 naira instead of 3 million naira. At the end of the day, he took us to court again that we are disturbing him.
3 million at what commission?
5%.
5%.
At 60 million that they say you want to, we are not even challenging any other thing. Okay, for that 60 million you want. So what happened? Getting to the court, after presentation, we to our witnesses. He did not bring one single witness. He did not bring letter of assignment that he have assigned somebody to go and look for something for him that he said he has sent somebody on our own behalf, and he stated it even in court that we have presented this property to him 2 weeks before his own boy come and show him that there is something there to come and buy. Who owns the bill? We got the deal for him. She later tell us that we should all go. We should remain on status quo. She's not going to give us anything. Is that enough law? I am a victim, and I'll continue cursing the. If she's lucky to meet this, I will continue cursing her until the day I die. Because I know it's something I've sweat for. With this my age, I go out there to go and work. Somebody now cheated me. We now see that the court is the last man. What do you call it?
The last hope of
a common man. We took it there. Only if the judgment, by the time I bring the judgment for you, read the judgment, you see, fantastic. She was saying something very, very, very nice about it. Our lawyers and everybody were saying that, look, she's on track. At the tail end of the track, now she just come and say, what really happened is that because we were not there when the deal was being sealed, so they started to remain like that. No, they shouldn't give us anything because the guy has present himself that he knows Tinubu, that he has been working with them, that he has been in Lagos. He blew everything in the courts to show that he's with the government. I believe that's what makes us to lose the case, because he knows people in the government. So where's rule of law? He never said it. He never said we did not take him there. He never denied it.
But when the deal was to be sealed, he went contact you. He went through the back door.
He went through the back door. He couldn't bring one single witness. He did not bring. We presented. Even this guy did not present anything reasonable. When they say he should come and defend, they did not. That is submission. Their last submission. They did not even go there to make any submission. The judge then concluded that we should go. We should not pay. That's rule of law. Here in magistrate court, magistrate court here in Oba.
In Oba. Could you appeal for such a judgment?
Appeal in Lagos. When the person already say he knows people in government. That guy that built all the houses that they are building there, that he work for Aregbe. He's an agent for Aregbe. You understand? Most of the properties Aregbe is having is the person building it everywhere for him. So they are in government. You can't. If you don't have, you see.
Honestly,
if you are not in power in Nigeria, you better go and become so godly, so that God is going to take care of you in your own little way. But if you are saying you are waiting for government, like what I keep saying, you are sitting on the time bomb. It will explode you off, because you will be disappointed by the time you just get the result that is going to fall on your head.
So are you saying that nothing could be done, even though
my brother, let's let's force these people in government, or what is happening to us in Nigeria, or how can they get us out of this mess they put us? The issue of certificate has got nothing to do with the masses in this country. We are just distracting ourselves. An average Nigerian doesn't even know something like this is going on, but an average Nigerian is hungry. Average Nigerian doesn't know that they are discussing about a certificate or no certificate, but average Nigerians are hungry. So that is what we need to tackle.
Where do we start from? The president said he will be doling out 25,000 or so.
You remember I told
federal service.
I said, you remember I told
public service and all that.
Remember I told you the story of Udoji in the early 70s. Instead of investing money,
they are sharing money.
We are not producing, we are consuming.
Unfortunately, most of those money are
the money they want to share now
is from a borrowed.
That is what saying. That is what we are saying now. They are borrowing fund to make you happy, and at the end of the day, those who are coming from behind will come and start suffering from it, just as we are now. Those who have passed has borrowed money to enjoy themselves. They put us in trouble. So these people here now, they want to also go and borrow to take care of themselves. Those who are coming behind, God save our soul. God save our soul. You want to go and borrow money in order to make yourself happy. You are not investing it. There's no common investment, not a single investment that is coming up.
That would have created more opportunities
That
for
is what I'm
people
saying now.
instead
Because
of giving them
the money
fish.
we got
They have
the money,
opportunity of fishing themselves.
the money has got nothing, absolutely nothing to do with it. It will not do anything to every home. Okay, for how long? Probably they say for 6 months.
6 months, yes.
Okay, after 6 months, what is going to happen the next one? You collect money for 6 months, the next 7 months, and you meet yourself again.
The same
The
point.
same point, square one. It's just like somebody
Interest is building up.
it's just like somebody who goes there to go and take beer that he wants to forget about his problem. At the end of the day, when the beer get out of his eyes, now he will know that the problem is still there waiting
Still
for
there
him.
with him.
So giving them money is not the problem. How did we get Nigerians out of this mess so that we get out of this hunger? There is hunger on the land. I must be honest to you. I must be sincere and honest to you.
More severe hunger and
Very, 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 very. So
things are getting out of hands.
let's discuss on things and how to get Nigeria out of this mess. The issue of Tinubu Certificate already, from his name to everything, he's fake. So what are we dragging?
So how do we begin the discussion of how to get the masses out of the hunger that is almost
Like sometimes ago, one of my friend that we interviewed give us, Mr. Wale, give us one of the examples we can do. We have vast land. Local government take care of some other lands. They start planting, doing one or two things. Let them engage people who have the interest of this country at heart. Might not even collect salary to be. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. So before you know it, let's start it from the grassroots.
Yeah, from the local government.
From the local government. Once the local government is able to take care of its own citizens, it will go round.
Everybody falls in one local government or the other.
It will go round. It will go round. But once we just look at what do we want to do? We have this problem, take money to go and solve it. We have this problem, take money to go and we will continue being in debt.
Exactly. Maybe the condition that must be placed is that every local government, before collecting allocation from the state or federal, must show some expanse of land, hectares of land where they are farming.
There are a lot on ground. If they want to go on list, they go on list. There was a time that they fooled us in Lagos here that they say that Lagos State and Kebbi. They say they went into
rice farm. Where is it?
We don't see anything. Because I did not buy anything rice in Lagos that's from that product. I did not buy anything that is that product. I want to say this is the product of the joint venture between Lagos and what do you call it, Kebbi. We keep fooling ourselves. We see the type when Jonathan was also in government. Some people went there to go and fool Jonathan that will use cassava to do bread. The only bread they show us was the only bread we saw. Nobody again is producing that bread with cassava. And we believe we can be producing bread out of cassava now. It is our own resources. It is our own local resources now. We're able to have what we want and we eat it, and we are going to consume it. And it's going to be okay for us. But it's not there. They just show us to them on TV and in the whole world to show us that Nigeria has discovered themselves now.
And that was the end.
And that was the end. So understand? So most of these people on top, they are not ready to do anything. All they just need is to put their own money on table for people to go and continue spending. I told you a story of Henry Ford now. Henry Ford doesn't know anything technically, but he employs the services of those who know it. He uses his own money to get what he needs because he follows it up until he gets what he needs. But we just give out the money. When we give out money, we turn our back. We don't mind what we are giving out.
Now, why is it that this current government, keep on touring the whole country, Western countries, waiting for foreign investors? Why the money they borrowed from the same Western countries are being shared instead of investing it to create that opportunity for the Tinubu population?
You remember when Buhari came to government, and at that time it was even worse than this. When he was going around that he want to go and bring people to go and tell them, please, we are sorry, Nigeria is this, so in terms of security, we will take care of this. When he was going everywhere, we were all shouting that he was traveling everywhere. How many were able to talk of Tinubu going to every places now? How many? To the extent that the man fell sick, we are not even looking at his sickness. Even at his sick bed, we are seeking for him to die. Different type of thing we are not facing what we have in this country at that time. The same people want him to die. The same people now come back to government now. They are toying everywhere, going out there to go and borrow money, adding to our problems. Yeah. So that is the problem.
People say that we can't continue to borrow to service use
they have
the borrow to service 90%.
my brother, they have already borrowed. Forget that one. I told you people that this one is deceitful, very, very deceitful. I told you people from the beginning, and I will never stop saying it. I'm not regretting. I have no any apology to give on that. That the guy is very, very deceitful. They say they remove subsidy. That indirectly they say they return subsidy. Did you see the sign? If they return the subsidy indirectly, the pump price is still high.
It's still the same.
And they say they remove the subsidy for the pump price to go high. Now they say they have gone back to few part of the subsidy instead of the pump price to come down again. They now no, they will not even come to tell you don't worry, just keep it that way because Chad are selling this way, Niger are selling this way. This one is so they just tell you that the subsidy they are putting out to who? My brother, in the issue of this Nigeria, I don't know when we are going to wake up. We don't know when we are going to wake up because we are still sleeping.
We are still sleeping, and how long will we continue to drown?
Probably maybe when we wake up from our slumber. I remember Mao of China. At that time, when things were hard for them, they were planning to make sure they get things within themselves to raise the economy of their country, and they did. And when they asked him how did he get into this, he said the whole world was see us. They saw us sleeping, but at that time we were dreaming. And this is the dream. This is our dream of our own land. Nigeria are not even dreaming of anything. We are completely dead. Not, if I say sleep, we are rating them. They are dead. They are dead. There is no hope on them.
Not even dreaming.
I say they are dead for you. They are dead. So it is only the person that is sleeping that can dream. These people are dead. So they are not having anything in mind for anybody in this country. So we don't have to keep doing all this, my brother. That's the truth of the matter.
Thank you so much,
Alhaji. You're very much you're very much welcome.
Well, we'll continue in the next edition.
Amen.
We heard it from Alhaji that we are not even dreaming.
No, we are sleeping. We are fainted completely. Nigeria has fainted completely. So we are just how do we revamp somebody who has, because you don't revamp somebody who has fainted to ask him what you see in your dream. So you don't expect him to tell you a dream. He has fainted. Nigeria has fainted completely. Don't let us call it dead. Nigeria has fainted completely, so we are trying to revive it. So how is it going to survive or not is what we are doing now. So we are not sleeping. If we are sleeping, we will be hopefully that when you wake somewhere, what do you see in your dream? You say, no, I saw a bike, I saw this, I saw this. Okay, how do you get the bike? So we are not sleeping, we fainted.
And this coma, with the current government, have the political will.
They are not ready to go. They are going to, of course, my brother, they are doing for their own because they are already seeing the grave. They are not doing it for anybody. They are already seeing the grave. Which future are they talking of? What future are you expecting from this type of people? I don't know why every time you people are expecting something from these people. They are dead already now, waiting for them to go to the grave. So they don't know what happened from what is coming from behind. They have what it takes. Their DSTV free, their electricity free, their water free, their food free, their clothes free. So how do you think they will feel for masses outside? They don't know how much a shoe is being sold outside. Most of these things they are using is all free, and you think they are going to think of you? Nobody. Look at the entourage that is following them. Look at the protection they are giving to themselves. While we are dying on the street, and you are putting hope on these people. You don't have to put hope on these people. That's the truth of the matter. If you want us to speak the language that they really want to hear, until one day we bust it out to go and beat them up, and we say we want our right and we get our right into our own hand. That's the truth. If that's what you really want to hear, until we go out there to go and beat them up and tell them that we want our right and our right should be given to us. That's the truth of the matter. Because if you are waiting for these people, I swear you are sitting on time bomb. Nothing will happen. It's a completely hopeless hope. It's a completely hopeless hope. One of our scholars was just saying, why Nigeria like this? He said Nigerians of those days, the far Nigerians of those days, they were sleeping. So when you are preaching to them, he said they are snoring. You understand? So the moment they are just a little snoring, you touch them and they wake up and you tell them something about God, it gets into their ears. He said the present so-called followers, they have completely fainted. And the person that wants to preach to them is already dumb. How does he wake somebody? A dumb. How does he wake
somebody
that's fainted?
That is in a coma.
Is in a coma. So that's exactly what you have been
marveling.
He's in coma without going to the years. Eh? What will he say? He's a preacher, but already he has become dumb. And his follower has fainted. That's the problem we are facing now. We turn it over to God to bring out the miracle. Probably if care is not taken, the fainted man will now come out to come and save the dumb.
I listened to one of the renowned Bishop David Oyedepo. He said that you can pray until thy kingdom come without works, without actions. You will remain where you are.
My brother,
This is a big bishop saying this, a man of prayer.
these are one of those 419 bishops we have in Nigeria. I don't want to discuss the man. If you the person that he collect his tithes online, buy your card now, you say press this for social gift, press this for social tithes, press this for social for their church. He doesn't feel anything because they buy his shoe for him, they buy his clothes for him. It's the same thing with those one in government. You know the other day when we were talking about Bakari, I said the man is inconsistent. Look at what you said now. This is just of these days now about Mohbad. People now started feeling what I said that the man is very, very inconsistent. They only want to make sure they go to where there is money. They know that is the only thing that is trending now. Let them discuss about this. So it will trend and trend and trend. At the end of the year, they'll get their package. Nigerian pastors go to where it's trending, including their fast. Not only the pastors. Most of these affairs you see online, they are going to where it's trending, so they make their money from there. This is not for the masses. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know God will not leave us like this.
God will not leave us like this. And if they are not for the masses, then who is for the masses?
God.
Should the masses, of course, take their own destiny?
I say God. Don't forget, there is nothing God cannot do. He can do what He has done. Don't say this much. If you like, you curse me. I don't mind. If you fail to listen to God, God can do what He has done in Morocco, or what do you call them, and what He does in Libya. He will finish the one angle completely and go and see that place. It's level. I say like nothing happened. He want to start another generation that are ready to follow him. It can happen now. Don't say this man is a prophet of doom. He's not a prophet of doom because you are not doing what God wants you to do. And if by the time God now brings His angers on you, who are you going to blame? Did you know what since when God has been warning them there before it happens to them? It is when it happens that you know. But did you know when God has been warning them? God is not wicked. So the way we are doing it will happen unless we change. If we don't want it to happen, we have to take the action on our own hand and deal with them directly. Then God is going to support us when we are dealing with them. But you fold your hand, you are not telling God that God will do. God will give you the strength, He give you all it takes for you to go and defend. You are not using it.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Alaji.
You're welcome, my brother.
Time.
You're welcome, my brother.
Sorry for the drizzling of the rain.
No
and we wrap it up here today.
Thank you.
Our political rumbles. Esteemed fans, remember, blessed, we've heard, of course, Alhaji's point of view regarding the trending issues. Remember, blessed and have a fantastic day ahead.